The Lives of Others takes place in Germany in 1984 when the Minister of State Security Gart, who looks an awful lot like a German Kevin Spacey, is given the job to spy on a playwright called Georg. Sounds like a homosexual creature from Lord of the Rings, who has previously escaped their scrutiny many times before. They bug his apartment and document his every move. However, he soon learns more truths as he discovers the Minister of Culture, Bruno, is bedding Georg's bird and wants him out of the picture. Gart's higher up is fine with this, what can only be described as a hit, but Gart himself is rather opposed. Georg's friends get involved, worried that their apartments are also being bugged. Some typewriters are brought in, the mistress cheating bag lady tops herself, the Berlin Wall is torn down, Gart loses his job but buys Georg's book years later, and director Florian Henkel von Donnersmarck, God, his other million subscribers just for pronouncing that, visited the Berlin Wall as a child, and he claimed just being there with his parents he could sense their fear as they were actually from Poland. He was actually in film class when he came up with the idea for the movie. I suddenly had this image in my mind of a person sitting in a depressing room with earphones on his head and listening in to what he supposes is the enemy of the state and the enemy of his ideas. And what he is really hearing is beautiful music that touches him. I sat down and in a couple of hours had written a treatment. The movie's opening, set in Hohenschönhausen prison, was actually supposed to be shot at the location, though it's now the site of a memorial, but the director of said memorial refused to give permission as he did not want to make a Stasi man a hero and even attempted to get Donnersmarck to change the entire film. However, Donnersmarck insisted that it will work, citing Schindler's List as a perfect example. However, the man replied, but that's exactly the difference. There was a Schindler. There was no Weisler. 43 members of the Israeli elite clandestine unit 8200 wrote to their prime minister claiming Israel made no distinction between Palestinians who are and are not involved in violence, and that kind of information harms innocent people. One of these 43 claimed the lives of others made them realize this.
Hunter, what did he just say?
Something about Israel?
The film has also been used as examples in many political protests, which I have absolutely no interest in, and I'm already bored, so let's skip this part. The director and the lead star Ulrich Müller were actually sued for an interview where the actor claimed his second wife was an unofficial agent for the Secret Service while they were citizens of East Germany through all 6 years of their marriage. His ex-wife denied these claims despite many pages of government records proving otherwise. However, her partner admitted that he made up many details in the file, but she was unaware that she was talking to a Stasi agent anyway. As this guy gets questioned at the start of the movie, his acting is tremendous. It really brings out the sympathy to the point you truly believe he's in agony and has been deprived of sleep. You genuinely believe his innocence despite later being proven wrong. It keeps you guessing. This is actually a really clever scene where Gart teaches his students how to decipher whether or not somebody is telling the truth. It's really well put together and an all-around interesting segment which Gart sells perfectly. His acting is just amazing, and he's definitely the highlight of the entire film. The music at times is really creepy and builds the tension really well. There's a nice scene where this dude finds out someone hanged themselves, and then it cuts to him playing this nice soft piano tune. It's mesmerising and really chilling. There's a nice subtle moment where he's going to punish this kid's father, but at the last minute has a sign of conscience and backs out. It's a nice touch.
Wie heißt denn dein?
Mein was?
Ball. Wie heißt denn dein Ball?
Du bist aber komisch. Bälle haben doch keinen Namen.
Well, actually, they do. Mine are called Rocky and Bullwinkle. I guess this is a nice little speech.
Aber du legst dich doch genauso mit denen ins Bett. Warum tust du es denn? Weil sie dich genauso zerstören können. Trotz deines Talents, an dem du noch nicht mal zweifelst. Weil sie bestimmen, wer gespielt wird, wer spielen darf und wer inszeniert.
There's a scene where a woman gets confronted and asked to go with them. I guess that's quite ominous and creepy. There's some decent camera work and direction, nothing too extreme, but it does its job well. A woman gets hit by a truck and it is edited together so graphically. This is actually horrific. Well done, movie. But that's about it. The movie is just okay. It's got some really good stuff in it, and I guess it's only 2 hours and 17 minutes, so it's not as long as it could have been. But it's just so boring. The story just isn't for me. It's definitely an acquired taste. It's a bit too political, which sometimes I can tolerate, but this idea just sounds good on paper, but bored me on delivery. The events aren't interesting to me. It's just a whole lot of talking, which I get it, that's the whole premise, but the intense scenes are too few and far between for me to even remotely get interested. It had me at the start, but then it just dragged and I realised my eyelids can actually heavily bleed even after I've fallen asleep. Why is everyone just staring at this couple and not joining in? They're acting like they just invented the moonwalk. They're doing the most basic ass dance in history. There's this scene where we spot someone spying on him, but my question is, can you actually tell if someone is looking at you from the other side of a peephole? Well, only one way to find out. Let's experiment. Okay, I was wrong.
Albert, auf der Premierenfeier war auch der Minister Hempf. Ich habe mit ihm über dein Verbot gesprochen. Es sieht gut aus. Also er hat mir Hoffnung gemacht, ganz wörtlich, ganz konkret.
Literally. He gave you concrete hope. Literally. He gave you a literal piece of concrete, and that was your hope. But the weird thing is, he hides the fact that he can't tie a tie like it's such a big deal. He doesn't even want his wife to know. This woman helps him out and even makes her the promise to not tell anyone. Why is it such a big deal? And then when his wife sees it, she's actually impressed. What the hell?
Hey, honey. You ready for bed?
Oh, you in the mood?
I don't know.
You know what's going to get you more in the mood? You didn't know this about me, right? But I could put on my own shoes.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I knew you'd like that, you filthy
rascal.
cow. Yeah. Okay, but just watch. Just look. Oh, look at that.
Oh
That's what
yeah,
I
now
wants to
put
wear,
on the
you
other one.
dirty bitch.
Yes, that's
Yeah, you like
perfect.
that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
just wait till I get you
god.
now.
Do what
Oh,
you
look
usually
at
do
that.
with the laces.
And for some reason, the subtitles keep having this weird error where they insert a space between numbers. I know it's just a nitpick, but what's the purpose? Sounds like me and my girlfriend. It's over so quick, I presume we had intercourse.
Honecker, also der Genosse Generalsekretär, sieht die Sonne und sagt, Guten Morgen, liebe Sonne.
Guten Morgen, liebe Sonne. So.
Und die Sonne antwortet, Guten Morgen, lieber Erich. Und am Mittag geht Erich wieder zum Fenster, macht es auf, sieht die Sonne und sagt, Guten Tag, liebe Sonne. Und die Sonne sagt, Guten Tag, lieber Erich. Und abends nach Feierabend geht Honecker wieder ans Fenster und sagt, Guten Abend, liebe Sonne. Und die Sonne sagt nichts. Also fragt er nochmal, Guten Abend, liebe Sonne. Was hast du? Und dann sagt die Sonne, ach, leck mich doch am Arsch, ich bin jetzt im Besten.
Really? They laughed at that. Then he pretends to be offended and threatens his job and reveals that he was joking. Yeah, that was actually funnier than the original one.
Kennen wir uns?
Sie kennen mich nicht, aber ich kenne Sie.
Ich wusste nicht, dass er so schlimm um ihn steht. Ich ja auch nicht.
Oh, you mean like Chester Bennington? Even though he told people, everyone's like, you gotta speak out. Even though Chester Bennington actually told friends, I'm thinking of killing myself, and they didn't do anything. Maybe it's not the telling people that's the problem. Maybe it's the listening.
Die staatliche Zentralverwaltung für Statistik in der Hans-Beimler-Straße zählt alles, weiß alles. Wie viel Schuhe ich pro Jahr kaufe, 2,3.
How can you buy 3 shoes a year? Oh, I love my shoes. Just bought this one for giggles. There's this clever scene where they realise the apartment is bugged, so they blast music and whisper, even writing on paper, but it kind of defeats the purpose considering he says this very loudly as soon as he enters through the door.
Ich habe versucht, Statistiken zu bekommen, die zeigen...
Die zeigen, wie viel erfolgreicher unsere Stadtsicherheit arbeitet, als wir so allgemein glauben.
This dude who kind of looks like Harvey Bullock from Gotham starts loudly proclaiming about how stupid the state security is or whatever, and are you a damn moron? Okay, he doesn't know it's bugged, but why would you risk it? It'd be fine if it were one throwaway statement, but no, he goes so over the top with it, it's ridiculous. You are so screwed. And I mean, this also means he listens in when they have sex, the dirty git.
Es ist kein Theaterstück, was wir schreiben, Christa.
Du brauchst es mir nicht zu erzählen.
Ich möchte es dir aber erzählen. Das sind Texte,
Sag's mir nicht. Vielleicht bin ich ja wirklich so unzuverlässig, wie deine Freunde sagen.
She just admitted she's useless like all of his friends say. This chick is interrogated and even offers sex to get out of it. Oh, but if a guy did that, it'd be slapped, it'd be called a pig, and it'd be given a life sentence. And the ending drags so much. The dude finds out he's been bugged the entire time, checks out his house to find them, and it's treated like this huge revelation, but then the film just keeps on going.
Mein liebes Kind, was hast du? Dein Arthur lebt nicht mehr.
He is? is, yeah. The movie, I guess, isn't terrible. It's okay, but just a lackluster story that doesn't really interest me in the slightest. An overrated, in my mind, snooze fest.